Oh, it's working. Hello. Yeah. How are we getting on? How are we getting on there? How are we doing? Can we hear stuff? Name the TV song. TV theme tune. Close. There was something there you might have caught. I don't know. I played something sneaky and cheeky. I'll maybe tell you later. Right, how's everybody doing? I'm getting awesome intro. Thank you very much, peoples. It's a great backing track. Once again, elevated Jamtracks. Best in the biz. Let's turn this off for now. Right, okay. How's everybody doing? Let's come in and read some comments and say some hellos. Wecklum, thanks for coming. If you're watching on Catch Up, thanks for watching on Catch Up. Chuck something in the comments. I just so happen to have the old keyboard sitting down there. Anywho, have I got the right chat up? I think I do. Right, Jed Ellis is in. How you doing, Jed? Hold on, I need a minute. Jed Ellis, you see what I did there with the twang reference. What did I do? I don't know if I did anything intentional. Old Man Zenzin, how you doing, mate? Johnny 3 Bars in the house, hello. Jojo Fryer Rocks, hello, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Relax Meditation is in, how you doing, mate? What you saying there? Evening, Steve, hope all are well. Started playing age 12, now 64, still crap. Well, that seems to be, I was about to say the consensus, but that's not what we think of you, mate. That's just what everybody seems to think of themselves, which is pretty funny. Is that a super chat in that? Lammy, you absolute legend. Where are you? You're at the bottom, I'll need to jump down here. Thank you so much, mate, you absolute legend, thank you. Sweet at the pickup chase. Thank you so much, Lammy, for the super chat and for your kind words. You're legend. Let's heart that as we do. Ah, awfully kind of you. Awfully kind of you, mate. Thank you so much. Lammy, live streams every Saturday at the PM of 7:30. A time. It's a great time had by all. Excuse me. Okay. I caught the end last week there. This week, sorry. Great stuff, mate, as always. Where we get to there? Jojo Fry was in, Johnny. Relax Meditation, Hoser's in. How you doing, mate? Stephen Barr. Chris Otterwell's in the house. Hello, mate. Peter Collins in. David Beebe, guitar legend. How you doing, mate? Thank you for coming. David also live streams on a Sunday and does other pop-up live streams occasionally. I've caught him on all sorts of times in the morning. Always a good hang. And a great player too. Willis Taylor's in the house, mate. 4:30 in the morning in Queensland, Australia. And you absolute trooper, mate. Thank you so much for popping in. If you need to go to bed, please do. But thanks for coming, mate. Francis Chambers, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Where do we get there? Stephen Barr. Maria Muggs Davies is in the house. If you didn't know about Maria Muggs, she's called Muggs because she's won like, I don't know, 6 of these or something, the Lammy Mugs. You win a Lamb mug by going to the Lamb's live stream and participating in the chaos. Great fun. As my tunes aren't on, let's get the tunes on. That was almost a complete disaster. There we go, tunes are on. Woofed. There we go. Right, where do we get to there? Chris Orwell, Will Taylor, John Channing. Will Taylor, don't know if I said hello. Yeah, we did. Peter Collins is in. Oh, I forgot about that thing. Anton's in. Hello, mate. WTF, you made it. Thanks for coming. Blue Ridge Ranger, what a name. Awesome. Your first electric you've also got is your 72 Blonde Telecaster. You sold your first acoustic. Woofed. David Beebe, your first acoustic was the 3/4 Encore Classical with steel strings out of Argos. £29, bargain. Awesome, mate. Have I missed anyone? Wait, that's another super chat in the house, is it? I need to go to the bottom again. Well, thank you so much for the generosity here. Francis Chambers, you absolute legend. Thank you so much, mate. Hugely appreciated. And Francis Chambers is also a Patreon as well, contributing all over shop. Well, Matt, is it too early to plug the Patreon? Probably. I'll keep saying hello first. Thank you so much, Francis. You absolute legend, mate. Much appreciated. Excuse me. Rob Martin, how you doing? Mark Herkey, the thumb keeps going up. Dinger63 for Dundee, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. What did Mark Herkey just say there? Hello there, guitarists and guitarettes. Nice. Nylon string is good enough for most purposes. Yeah, we'll get to that, mate. Chuck's guitar. New channel. Chuck, let me get you modded up here. I'm trying to remember what you were called before. He's got a fishing channel. It's not called Chuck. I don't know why I don't know it. I know it, but I don't know it. But you've just started a new guitar channel, so add him as a moderator and you can check out his channel. I don't even know if you've got a video up yet, mate, but you were telling me you're starting the channel. So there you go, you're a mod now. Chuck your link in if you want to. Chuck's guitar. Richard Sheehan's in, hello mate, from Leicestershire. Dave Lewis is in, hello mate. I'm almost caught up. Robbie F is in. Nuno Pyers, the champion, the winner. I was measuring up and weighing your box today for Lee from Spira. So that should be on the way to you, hopefully by next week, and then however long it takes to get to Portugal. So congrats once again, mate. Hope it gets with you soon. Johnny D's in. Stephen Barr, hello mate. Name the TV song, yes. Did you get it? Did anybody get it? It's going to be very hard for anybody to place that. It's quite sneaky. Thank you, mate. Mark Erkey saying it's above average. Thank you. Steve Perks, hello mate. Barry Christian's in the house, hello. Indy's in, thank you mate. Tom Dust, hello mate, thank you. Richard Clark, hello mate. Alan Parsons, cheers mate. Wasn't aiming for it. I wouldn't even know how to aim for it. Maybe closer to Alan Partridge, but thank you mate. Steve Perks, 2 new guitars equals finger blisters. Nice one mate, I'm glad to hear you're enjoying yourself. That looks like that might be another super chat, and this is unbelievable. Cheesy peeps. No, it's Mark Erkey. It is Mark Erkey. You absolute legend, mate. Thank you so much. It's payday and you're feeling gratuitous. Also, the intro was nice. More please. Thank you so much, mate. You absolute legend. Hugely appreciated. Super chats, man. Bonkers. Bonkers. I can't believe this happens. This is crazy. Live streaming, talking about guitars. Speaking of which, the poll this week was pretty... Come on. Oh, no. The Stream Deck's deciding not to work. There you go. It was a lot of votes. 439 votes. That's a lot more than usual. So thanks for getting involved. We'll get to that shortly. And we'll go to the wrong camera by mistake. That's better. Right, where do we get to there? Shred and Finn, I think we said yes. There we go. Good afternoon. You started 1993 when your brother came home with a Squire Strat and a small amp from service in Europe. Is that a shop? I don't know that one. That was the first Van Halen paint job you ever did. Oh, nice one, mate. I had a similar thing with my first guitar in a paint kind of disaster, almost. Insomnia streams, yes indeed, Mr. Baby, yeah. Richard Clark, you started playing about 20 minutes ago, but I stopped right away when you saw the show was on. Cheers, mate. It's quite a meta look at it there. Chuck's guitar's in, yes, hello, mate. Thanks for coming. I think we've caught up with everybody that's in. Ed Lacari, how you doing, mate? 1983, age 14. See, we'll get to the age soon, right? But age 14, take note. And 1983, man, what a time for guitar to be of that. But I'm not surprised you still play guitar, mate. And that's probably your whole life. I wouldn't be surprised. That is for me. Elizabeth Ellis, evening to all from Tayport, just across the road there. Across the water. Nice one. Thanks for coming in. Jade Guitars, you dipped your fingers in when you were 12. Nice one, mate. This is it. This is kind of like the age. Graham Campbell's in, just popping in to say hello. You're heading out for a gig. Have a great gig, mate. Check out Graham Campbell's channel. Awesome. Another Scotsman. Plenty of Scotsmen these days on the tubes, is there? Oh! Thank you, Chuck. It was CH Field Sports. That's the one. I should have known that. Yes. Got the guitar channel on the go now. Nice. Oops, the chat just jumped. That happens sometimes. Cacophonous. What a name. Beautiful. My first guitar was an Ibanez Roadster. I hated it. Gone. My second guitar was a 1964 Mustang and I still have it. Still have your third one too, a 1976 Gibson Les Paul Artisan. Wow. That's quite the collection, mate. Although the Roadsters kind of get... they've got a divisive reputation, haven't they? I always thought they were good. What's that? Roadsters and Blazers. They're both about the same time, but different designs. Headstock, very Starcaster-esque. It's like a... What do you call it? Like a kind of more subdued, smaller version of the Starcaster headstock, is it? Slightly. Anywho. 64 Mustang, though, that'd be quite a different experience from a Roadster with a smaller scale. Search for Tones in the house. How you doing, mate? Thank you for coming. Check out the channel as well. I briefly caught your live stream last night, mate. What was it going on again? Oh, I was like half sleeping. Trying to finish a video for tomorrow, which is not finished, so next week. I'm running out of videos. Right, I think we've almost caught up, haven't we? Shred and Finn, did I miss you earlier on? You were 13 when you started in 93, but was long hooked by watching all the metal videos as they premiered throughout the 80s and 90s as a kids. Those videos were out of this world. Yes, mate. 93. I can't do the maths. What, was I about the same age as you? Maybe. How old are you, mate? I can't do the maths. I'm 43. Robbie F, your first guitar was your dad's 50s era classical acoustic. Trouble was I wanted an electric. After 1 year of lessons, I stopped playing for 45 years. Oofed. And then you bought your first Strat 3.5 years ago. Well, that's what they say. Never too late. And I was actually really pleased with the poll results, what I seen there, and what people were saying. Resington, got another awesome channel there. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming in and supporting. 2001 bass, 2002 guitar, 14 years old. 14 years old, there's that number again. Peter Collins, I started at 13. There he is. Hello, Resington. The Scots are running the joint. Possibly, mate. Right, hold on. Where did we get to there? Doomer, 64. 1994, you started at 11. Started on your bass. Started on bass. Dad said learn guitar too, so did Squire Bullet first guitar. That'll do the job, mate. That will do the job. Willis Taylor, you started playing bass around 97. Your first bass was a Yamaha RBX, so was mine. Was it? No, it wasn't. That wasn't an RBX. I know the RBX though very well. Mine was a BB505. Your best mate has that bass now, and you've got many others now. Nice one, mate. Richard Clark started at 14 as well, 46 years ago. Hondo 2 LP copy bought from the Wanted ads for $45. Nice one. Search for Tone. No, you didn't put me to sleep, mate. I was struggling. It was a day. Doomer is 42. See, that was another thing I noticed. We've got a lot of us in that age category. Cacophonous, you'd love an Ibanez Blazer. I like many lawsuit era Japanese copies as well. Unfortunately, just couldn't get into the Roadstar. Ah, well, mate, what can you do? Maybe worth revisiting. You never know, things change. It might have been a bad setup early on. Speaking of bad setups, did anybody see our man, Milehouse Studios Paul, on the Andertons channel today? Awesome video. I was watching it at work. I've actually got the last 5 minutes to watch still, but I mean, I wasn't watching it at work. I was working, I was very busy at work. Anywho, on the boss's time, as he says. But no, great to see him up there with the big boys. So well deserved, and I hope he does brilliant out of it. Here we go. Sorry, get this light up a bit more. Bit more warmth. How's that? Too pink. I can't. I'm getting too carried away now. Right, sorry. Cacophonous is Scottish by descent. Me too, mate. Indy, 13 years old here, 1976. An Atlas Les Paul copy. Chucks, as I said in the poll, I was 52 when I started, 55 now. So a proper newbie. Yeah, that's it. Jimmy Biter's in the house. How you doing, mate? You started playing in 1988. How old were you, mate? 1988. You must have been like single digits, because you look younger than me. Only as old as your feet. Sorry, I missed that there, Chucks. Yeah, oh, people are talking about Paul's video. Yeah, awesome. He pulled down the pants of a Plek machine. Yes. Wills Taylor's 53 now. Nice one, mate. Richard Sheehan was 15 in 83. Saw John Sykes playing. That's right, I seen your comment. You saw John Sykes playing Black Beauty LP with Thin Lizzy. You went out and got a Black Satellite LP copy, and that was the start for me. Nice one, mate. Speaking of Black Satellite LP copies, I think that was one of John Robson's first guitars too. We'll get to him soon. Right. Excuse me. Let's get to the poll. I'm excited tonight. Paul was awesome as usual. I guessed it right because I knew he would have set the action impossibly low. Nice one. You guessed it right. You didn't have the blindfold on. There you go. Jimmy Biter was 16. Wow, mate. You're looking good for your age, mate. Nice one. Right, sorry. I keep getting distracted by the comments. I'm just so pleased that I've caught up, kind of. Right, let's talk about the poll, because I found this quite interesting this week. I mean, I find it interesting every week, but specifically the ages and whatnot. Right, so how old were you when you first started playing guitar? All that stuff. So here we go. Here's the categories. So we've 439 votes, as I was saying before. That's mental. So thank you all for voting and participating and commenting. Always hugely appreciated. So here we go. 0 to 9 years old. Yes, that is the least in votes, which is not surprising. I'll get to that in a minute. Because, right, I'll get to that in a minute, right? And then the highest is also not surprising, 62%, 10 to 19, where even in the middle of that, I would say that sort of 13 to 15 spot is the absolute peak, I think. Maybe 16, but maybe like specifically 14 seems to be the one. And it's not just because that's when I started, it's when a lot of you started, but I also see this as a teacher as well. And it's the same with the 0 to 9. We'll maybe get back to that in a minute. Okay, 20 to 29, a wee bit later, 12% of people. And what I thought was, this is the interesting thing that I thought, the second highest category was people over 30. Which, yeah, I thought it would have been the other way around with those last two. But it's great to see people picking it up later on in life. And it seems to be a similar kind of story where people maybe have intentions of starting earlier on. In fact, could you see my mouse clicker here? Yes, you can. Some people like maybe start around this area and then they give up pretty soon, because to be honest, I think when I'm teaching, sometimes it's too young. It's a hard slog to keep them motivated at that age, because kids aren't really into music for themselves at that age, I find. But this seems to be the sweet spot right here. This is where, I don't know what it is. It seems to be when I'm doing lessons as well. Like I'll sometimes see kids that I had for classical guitar when they were really young years ago, and they maybe did it for like a year and then they quit. And then when they hit about sort of 13, 14, going into Form 1, they're back again. Now I want to play electric guitar, you know, that happens a lot. And it was the same for me as well. It's kind of like when you discover music on your own, which is also interesting that that still happens these days, going by the way that we access music, because that's completely changed as well. Sorry, getting into weird stuff now. But anyway, yeah, that was kind of in line with my experience there. And a lot of people in the comments too. So then 2029, this, well, even at the back end of this, right? So like 17, 18 years old in the UK anyway, the culture with guys, which, let's be fair, sorry Jojo, it's mainly guys here, but you're still included. But this is when we discover alcohol. And does it going out drinking, all that kind of stuff. Let's say it in a nice way, dating. Let's call it dating, right? That kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And this is when guitar can maybe take a back seat, and then maybe some of these things can lead to more serious commitments, shall we say, families and whatnot, real jobs, getting into careers, and then guitar can take a back seat. And then either you miss out on this category here, 20 to 29, because life, and then a lot of people seem to pick it up here later on when there's more time. A lot of people when they're retired as well. And I just think there's massive respect for every category, but specifically this one here. But yeah, can a lot of you relate to that? I hope so. Thank you all so much for all the comments in here. I could see that the live chat is like going pretty rapid, so I don't want to leave it too long in this one. I want to get back to this one. I have answered all the comments here. I always do. Have I missed any? I've missed one. Here we go. GR Channing. You were about 15 when you started playing bass, still learning and love playing. Great for the mind and soul. That deserves a heart, if anything, doesn't it? Why didn't that work? There it is. And a thumbs up. All of the above. Right. Any other ones I've missed? Possibly. But let's see if we can find our good pal, John Robson. I like to read out John Robson's comments because he's my guitar sensei. But I can't find him. Oh no, oh there's another pal of the channel, AJ Guitar, I think it's AJ Gears and Guitar and Gear. AJ Guitar Talk, Gear Talk. Check him out anyway. Average Joe's Guitar Talk, that's it. Great channel. There's a lot of live streams as well and you'll find you great deals. Right, we've lost John Robson. There he is. 11 years old on my first day after the summer holidays. Came back home from my first day at the big school to find that the K Steel String Folk Student Acoustic had finally arrived. Nice one, mate. And then look at that. All this time later, guitar, YouTube career, teacher. It's been his career pretty much. Let's get a couple more out, a couple of short ones. Charles Rice, you were 18. A friend offered to teach me and I jumped at it, having a guitar sat on top of my wardrobe untouched for years. Look at that. Free lessons from your friend. What a great pal that was. Probably play guitar the rest of your life. Unless you're like 19 now. But going by my analytics, probably not. Nicholas Moreno, you haven't started yet, but hope I can buy a guitar soon and start learning to play it. Get stuck in, mate. That's the way to do it. Nuno FM, sorry mate, I need to learn how to say this. It's Nuno FM Pyres. Nuno Pyres. Anyway, 14, 15 years old. There you go. Look, let's start reading out some of these right there. 14, 15 years old. Sorry. Mr. Speed Litigator, 27. There we go. Classical, 6, 7 years old. 10 years old for the Gain Dane. No, not 10 years old, sorry. He didn't play it until much later. Apologies. There's a load more in here. There we go. 9 years old, 7 years old, see less in that category. But you get the idea. Here we go, another one. Hauser, first electric guitar at 15. The Ubi, 14 turning 15. Adrian Laws started at 15. Graves List, 11 or 12. You get the idea. Anyway, right, let's get back into the livey chat, people, because I'm missing loads. But anyway, I thought that was very interesting, and thank you all for sharing. Speaking of sharing, I'll quickly share my story, and then we'll get caught up, or we'll try and get caught up first. I'll try and get caught up first. I feel like I'm way behind. Although it looks like a lot of people talking to each other, which is great. Love to see that. That takes it, some of the pressure off me. Jojo just subbed to Resington's channel. Maybe he can help me with my chug woes. I'm sure he can. I'm sure he can. He's a mighty chugger. Right. Oh, sorry. I think I went back a wee bit too far there. The Boring Dad, what are you saying? Born in 1979, started playing at the age of 16. First guitar was what another string fluencer called the cheapest guitar on Amazon. Wait a minute. Started playing at the age of 16. Okay. Now that was just from a grubby little local store. Good to... okay. Got you now. Got you now. Right, okay. Sorry about that. Jimmy Better was 16 yet? Okay. We've kind of got there, haven't we? Johnny D saw Rory Gallagher in Belfast in 71, and that was me. That would do it, mate. That would most certainly do it. Willis Taylor, bass player, owns more guitars than basses. Well, they're smaller, more portable. Better. I'm not don't want to get in trouble here. Searching for Tone, you were 17, then 25, then 30, then 40 for a brief second, and now 44. Nice one, mate. I was all of them ages as well. But I know what you mean. Stopping and starting, yes. Good on you, mate. And good, look, the resilience, that's what I like to see. The Lamb, there is a statistical bias because most people here are over 30. This audience doubly so. Yes, correct, mate. That's true. Excuse me. Jojo says you would say you learned everything you know from the age of 7 up to 16 and haven't really learned anything since. I can relate to that. Like, I think for a lot of us we do, not all of us, a lot of us will probably get the most progress like in the first 3 years, especially in terms of developing technique and speed. After that, I'm not going to say we don't get better. For me, I got complacent. It's like, oh, that's kind of decent, good enough to play in a band, you know. There we go. Shred and Finn, yes, there will never be another magical time of discovering awesome music videos. Well, apart from YouTube, but yeah, they're harder to find now, aren't they? Chuck's guitars, got to hand it to people who learned before the internet from books, etc. I couldn't get into it. I need to hear how things are supposed to sound so I can ruin it. Nice. Well, yeah, I hear you, mate. But I also think it's difficult with the internet these days and just modern day. So many distractions for kids. It's maybe easier for, is it easier for adults? I don't know. But yeah. Is there less people playing? That could be something different. Who knows? Stephen Barr, say what you want about Oasis, but they got a lot of people playing guitar. You weren't all that into them, but I started around the time they entered the scene. Same here. I started by playing Oasis, but I wasn't into them too much. It was for a brief period, but I didn't last long. Poo Ninja, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming and thanks for the reminder. Throw some thumbs ups. Oh, could have got one of them in there, eh? Hey! Cheers, mate. Resington, first riff. Oh, that's definitely a stream for another day, isn't it? But I won't be surprised if people have started answering already. Mark Erickey, you want to become a synth player at 8-year-old due to Europe's final countdown. My parents bought me a 100-year-old piano. No synths for kids back then in Estonia. Nice. See, after you learn Final Countdown, is that like the end of the coolness in terms of the synth repertoire? Is that it? You've kind of nailed it. I'm all joking. There's popcorn. Right. Here we go. This could be it. BCG 5150 guitars. This could be hitting the nail on the head here. 13, then girlfriend. Then 19, then girlfriend. Then 27, then girlfriend. Then 31, then daughter. Then 33, then fiance. Then 38, then married. Then now. There you go. Excuse me, sorry about this. Let me cover this mic. Something stuck in the throat here. So what that tells us here is that BCG, with his guitar, every time he starts playing guitar, he gets a girlfriend. That's way more success than the majority of us have, mate. Even got your wife, eh? Awesome, mate. Phil Swan, you started learning playing guitar in 2023 at the age of 62. Yes, mate, that's what we're talking about. Massive respect to you, mate. Love it. Dave Hardy, you started playing at 15 in 1980. What a time, mate. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Poo Ninja, do you count your actual age or the age of the vessel you currently inhabit? Whatever one you prefer, mate. Just you suit yourself. That's all good. Vincent Brennan, a big influence on me was the Old Grey Whistle test, watching bands playing live. Yeah, mate, that was like, I mean, I can't really relate because I was a bit before my time, but they used to do reruns of it all the time, and I enjoyed that way more than Top of the Pops, because it was, like you say, live. Mostly, it was always live. It felt live. I think it was live. And then Jules Holland, that was good, even though he's a bit annoying himself, but the show was good. I always used to got to see weird, different stuff. It'd be like, here's a blues trio, and then here's an electronic thing, and then here's some tribe from Africa playing African drums, and then here's the latest indie bands. It was always a good mix of stuff, and they'd usually have a big name on as well, you know, like Danny Minogue or something. Yeah. Right, great, I think we've caught up again. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to tell you a story. You up for a story? Nice. Oh, mate, Stephen Barr, yeah, TFI Friday used to have great bands on as well. 100%, mate. I missed that time. That was a great time. That was kind of like when I started as well. Well, what was it? Remember Reef, their performance of It's Your Letters, legendary. So yeah, Reef, Oasis, Ocean Colour Scene, all these indie bands were going about when I first started. Anywho, it's time that I showed you my first guitar. You ready to see my first guitar? And I'll also show you, what's the best way to do this? I'll show you it now, because I've still got it. Some of you have seen it before. Here you go, look at this. An Artist Explorer, half size, and like hot pink. Not much has changed. Although, believe it or not, when I was a youngster, when I was a 7-year-old boy, I didn't like pink too much, so I tried to scrape it all off. But if you want to see it in its original condition and its heyday, There you go, look at that. There he is. Oft. Oh, I'll leave that up there a wee minute so you can enjoy some of the decor in the background there. That was a Christmas gift. That was the morning that I ruined Christmas by getting up at like stupid o'clock in the morning before everybody else, grabbing that, running up into my parents' bedroom and going, look what Santa got me. Look, oh, actually, there's my sister there as well in the corner. So there you go. That's the first guitar. What do you think of that? Cracker, eh? So I got that at 7 years old, and I just made some noises on it and stuff, maybe for a couple of weeks. I actually started a band, believe it or not, with my school pals, and we used to go down to one of my pals' house in his garage, and we had a couple of, maybe it only happened once, but my memory tells me it was like a weekly thing, but it was probably like once or twice. Took the amp down there, it was like a keyboard amp with 3 inputs. Yeah, so we did that, we had a wee band on the go, we were called Pepserino. Yeah. Somebody played the demo from the keyboard with the drums. Somebody was rapping. I was playing guitar and I used to just make a noise on it. Probably wasn't even in tune or anything. So that didn't last. But then when I was about 14, randomly with my mum, walking in the town past this music shop, they had a wee 3/4, I actually can't tell if it's 3/4 or half size. I don't have another one for scale. Guitar, nylon string, I think it was £30. I believe it to be £30. There you go. This thing, 14 years old. And if I remember correctly, my sister had started playing some wee bits and bobs on the guitar. 4 strings, of course, because that's all you need. And I got jealous, thinking, I'm the guitar player in the family, because I had that pink guitar. So I got jealous of her learning some tunes, and then I started learning. And I started to learn on this, and I just learned like a load of Oasis songs and stuff, and then that was it. Fast forward to 2025, I'm in my 40s and I'm showing you guys this thing. Put some dots on it so I could tell where I'm going. And funny story, I was playing this out in the garden once, and a bird shat on it, right on the fretboard there. And I didn't clean it for ages, and then I ended up just putting it to the side and playing another guitar on it. That bird shit stain got left on it for far too long, I'm embarrassed to say. Trey Shredden's in the house with the super chat. Thank you so much, mate. So that's my guitar story. Thank you so much, Trey Shredden, you absolute legend. With the super chat there, 10 doll hairs. Let's give that a heart. Sorry you're late, your mini guitar was awesome. Thank you so much, mate. So yeah, that was my first guitar. The artist, and then the acoustic. So it's funny, because somebody else mentioned, sorry Jojo, somebody else mentioned that they did it the other way around. Or a few people actually mentioned that they started on a nylon string guitar and then it didn't take because they wanted an electric guitar later. I kind of did it the other way around, but there you go. Fun and games. Sorry, Trey Shreddens, you need to check out his live streams. Mate, I was so sorry to miss your live stream. Last week I had a gig, unfortunately, so I missed your stream. I say unfortunately, it was an alright gig. I missed all. Sunday is the day of all the streams, so I missed it. Good question, Trey. Why don't I have an Explorer? Gig bags. That's it. It's the only reason. Gig bags and cases. What do you call it? Transportation. Moving them around. You can't put them on a stand. But they do look cool. I cannot deny that they don't look cool. They're cool looking guitars. But wait a minute, I do have an Explorer. What are you talking about? Does that not count? I'm going to show it one more time. Actually, I'll show you this one more time. There you go. You can enjoy the nostalgic. There you go. There's an Explorer for you, mate. What's wrong with that? I'm going to keep that as a regular thing to show on the stream. Right, sorry. So yeah, I've got an Explorer. What are you talking about today? Poo Ninja, it's good, all birds. Brilliant. Oh mate, that's amazing. It's good all birds have diarrhea, or hats would be designed very differently. Oh, see if I had one of the other streaming platforms where you can like highlight comments. That's very highlight worthy, mate. Love that. Speaking of which, when I came onto the streaming software tonight, it gave me a wee warning update thing saying, oh, by the way, we're about to start charging you for this service soon. Or some stuff's going behind a paywall, so there's a good chance I'll end up jumping ship to another streaming platform. If I'm going to have to pay for one, then I might as well pay for a good one. Anyway. Yes, that works. Trey, you'd love to see me play that right live. Well, it needs some restoration. Sorry, just show it one more time. Check out the end tuning peg here from a classical guitar. I mean, everybody knows these are awesome tuners. But man, that would be fun. If I ever get caught up on the videos, I would love to kind of mod this, bring it back to life, get it all refinished. That'd be fun. Maybe send it down to Mile House, see if you can put a maple fretboard on it. What a waste of time that would be, for it to sit and hang on the wall. Fun and games, sorry. Bumcrack Watchco says, a Dundee gull is a terrible thing. Oh, you know, mate. There you go. Dora the Explorer. What was that Stefan says? More like Dora the Explorer. Ha! Play the, well, there you go, Maria. Sorry, you were asking me to play the guitar there, but as you could see, it's not got any strings. It's not really got much of anything that you could play on it. You had to have that fire guard in the 80s. It was the law. That's true. It wasn't even a real fire in there. It was just like bricks and then a fake one. That's the way things worked. Shredding, what streaming software do I use now? I'm using Prism Live. Prism Live Studio, which is good, but meh. Mini guitar special, please. Okay. Possibly. You know what? The video I'm working on just now is see the Nova Go Sonic there, this one. It's the HSS predecessor to that, the Inspire. God, like you've never seen it. It's been on about 100 YouTube videos. I've not showed it yet, but there you go. This one. I don't think I've shown it on here yet, but I'm working on this video. Actually, I'm not going to lie, I really, really, really love this guitar. Play it like all the time. Even though it's not the kind of thing I would normally go for. Unexpected like. But anyway, I've been doing a video with that, a fun shootout, because everybody's done a video on that guitar and it was so hard to come up with an angle. So I think I've got something that I'm happy with. And I was hoping to have it ready for tomorrow, but I'm spending way too much time on it. I did the same thing with this one. I spent way too much time on it. Like, I kept it for months, kept the video back for months. I gigged it, live streamed it, took it outside. I was running about daft with it, getting loads of clips. Spent ages on the video, did a wee jam track with it, and it just totally tanked because the guitar had been out for a year and there's already like 100 videos on it. Same thing's happening with this one here. They did launch day and like all the videos came out. So I've had to kind of disguise the review in some absolute daftness. I've talked about it before, but I'm spending too much time on it. Like, I got paid for the video in that they let me keep the guitar, which is very cool of them. Didn't get anything beyond that, but in terms of how much I've put into it, it's not worthwhile. But I mean, it is actually, because I really love the guitar and I play it a lot. But yeah, I'm getting a wee bit down on YouTube the past couple of weeks. Sorry, because I've only got 2 videos in the bank. I've got 2 to choose from for tomorrow. And one of them is, if you remember a few months ago, I did like a one-off chord theory tutorial thing, and I chopped that into a video, and it's pretty bad. It's not good as a standalone video, so I need to put that up at some point. Well, I don't need to put it up. I did it when I got desperate, which is now. The last video last week, the flat wound strings, that was a 10 out of 10. So that was like a terrible performer. So if I put up that one as well, that's going to be... I'm basically going to have to tank the channel purposely until I get caught up with some good stuff. And then, oh, WTF, you absolute legend with the super chat. Thank you so much, mate. Got a great channel, onwards and upwards. Thank you, mate. I needed that. I needed that. I've been having a bit of a downer. Thank you so much, mate. But yeah, like I was saying, the only other video I've got is when I did the neck change on this guitar. I basically did 2 videos at the same time that were basically the same thing. It's basically the same video, but one is sort of more geared to do better in search over long term, and then this one was like the unboxing one to get quicker views. That one did good-ish, and then the other one was basically the same videos. It's not the same video, there's different angle and stuff, but if you've seen the first one, you might be a bit underwhelmed. But yeah, I'm going to have to put something out. And then I'm out of videos. I need to get some good stuff done. I want to focus on getting some... Sorry, I'm going into a weird rant here that's nothing about your first guitar. But yeah, I want to get some good stuff out. I want to put out some stuff that I'm more proud of. Anywho, carrying on. Where did we get to there? Maria, that restoration video with Milehouse would be fantastic. Oh, I must have missed something that Jojo was saying. Sorry. Oh, something was Chuck saying. Right. You just brought a vintage brand, thank you. Explorer, you should have seen the state of it. It's been attacked by kids and dogs. It's currently having a major overhaul. Wow. Being attacked by kids and dogs. That could be like a new form of relic, and you could charge thousands for. Dog relic. Dog worn. Nice. Where do we get there? BCG, Steve, what colour did you decide on painting the guitar you were talking about in your live streams a few weeks back? If you mean a few months back, was that the one I was refinishing? Is that the one you're talking about? Where is it? I don't know where it is. I think it's through... I'll get it for next week, but I was aiming to do it like I was trying to get a hot pink, but I ended up turning up like a salmon pink. Almost, I thought it was close to the PRS dragon fruit, but nah, it's a bit more red than that. If that's the one you're talking about. Alan Pratt, again, a lefty, had no idea what I was Again, a lefty, had no idea what I was doing, but liked the look of Les Pauls, so found the cheap Stag copy on eBay. That was 3 years ago, at 66 years old. Nice one, mate. You own a few others also now, but only the one LP. Brilliant, mate. Thank you so much. Well, thank you guys for the confidence boost here. I'm needing this. Resident and Steve, your videos are great. Keep going through the doubt. Always hit that wall and always continue. Don't know why, except doing this is better than not doing it. I suppose you're right. It's good to have some form of creative outlet, isn't it? Stephen Barr, do a video of how to swap out pickups, Steve, knobs, etc. Oh, mate, I'm the worst at that. That would be entertaining in like a disastrous kind of way. Kind of like how Johnny Budget Guitar Show sometimes does mod videos that go wrong. And gets frustrated. I can 100% relate to that. That would be me. But I love that he puts the videos out just to show you how it can go wrong, because that's pretty much my experience as well. Jojo, Steve, your videos are always great no matter what the topic is. Not your fault that the algo doesn't push it out. You can never tell what's going to take off or not these days. Thank you so much, Jojo. You're right. I do try and get better at the videos, but the next 2 that I've got in the bank, I'm not proud of them, and I don't expect them to do well. They don't deserve to go well. David Wicks, you absolute legend. Wow. Thank you so much, mate. Oh, man. Super sticker, I believe that is. Woot woot. With the controller-y type thing. Thank you so much, David. You absolute gentleman. I can't do anything with this. Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. Thank you so much, mate. Oh, wait a minute. How do I do that? Can I do something here? Whoa, I don't know what to do. Tell me to let's celebrate, but I don't know what to do. It's holding it. I've lost the chat now. Thank you so much, David. You absolute legend. Cheers, mate. Wow. What was it? Oh, did I just miss Willis going off to bed? Good night to you, Willis, mate. Thank you so much for sticking around. Hope things are looking up on the job front, mate. Alan Pratt, you really like the look of that Enya, but they don't do lefties. But that's a shame, mate. Danny Souls in the house. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. This is a good point to just quickly mention the old Patreon. Let's do it. I've left it too late, but here we go. We do have Patreon on the chat. Sorry, this seems bad after everybody just super chatted, but it feels like I've got to do it. Got to plug the Patreon. Here's our current members. Chris McKean, Danny Soul, William Taylor, Steve Murphy, Frank, Searcher for Tone, Hoser Cottam, Frank Chambers, Al Lindsay, Steve Gunner, Kelso Brago Brandau, Antoine Auerman, always get it wrong, Auramenko, Cyborg Day Guitars, Emoji Face Person, Simon Wenlock, Budget Guitar Show, new to the Patreon, thanks for coming, mate, Stevie Mack, Paul Crane, Greg Stevenson, N. Pete and Francis Chambers. Also noticed, I think we've got Stevie Mack times 2, so much appreciated for that, mate. Cheers! That's if it's the same person, maybe there's 2 Stevie Macks. But there you go, there's a Patreon. I've not been keeping up with my promises on it, but this week I did put up, can I show you? Maybe I'll show you here. Let's try. Let's try to show you, because I put something up different this week. Come on. It's starting. It's starting, right, can I do this? Here we go. Wait a minute, oh God. This is so annoying, having to make the windows live every time you want to use the Stream Deck. Here's the Patreon, Wecklom and all that jazz, and this week I posted up behind the scenes from work, what I've got at the school, and the guitars and stuff that I'm using there, so you might be interested in that, although I think it's on the paid tier, but you can join for free for a week. You can check it out if you want to. It's not worth joining at the moment. I'm not putting anything up regularly enough, but I do appreciate everybody that's joined and checked out. Thank you. But we'll try to grow it a little bit. Why not? Right, that's that done. Nuno Pyers, don't know if this was already asked already, but will you someday dwell in a 7-string guitar? Well, funny you should mention, mate. In that school video, I show the guitars I've got at school. I've had the 7-string before briefly, but in school I've got a baritone 6-string and an 8-string fanfare. So I just skip the 7, go straight to the 8. You know, that's my style. But no, that was a bit of a failed project, to be honest with you. But I like to try stuff out. Why not? Te Jose, is that how we say it? To Joe's. You stained a kick guitar burgundy recently, but only the front came out well. No worries, it's the important part. That's it, mate. You don't need to worry about the front. Poo Ninja, you still offer franchise opportunities for your speed relicking booth. Have wire brush will travel. Great banter, mate. All your comments are highlight worthy. Trace Renz, thank you so much, mate. Prioritise the well-being beyond anything else, brother. We care about you. Thanks so much, mate. I know you've been having some of your own troubles recently as well in the same kind of way. Oops. Oh, it looks like I've got loads of chat to catch up with. What will I for time? Oh, we're getting near that time. BCG, the year is almost half over already. It's crazy, isn't it? Speed Relic and Booth, yes, brilliant. Dissenter Melody, God bless, thanks for coming, mate. Chris Orwell, you made your own Explorer last year, pretty pleased with it, but it's not the go-to guitar when you've got 10 minutes or so. I hear you, mate. That's what I've been doing with that Enya Inspire, like pick up all the time. Chuck's Guitar, you're struggling for ideas and you blame me. Don't blame me, mate. Go busking, good vid. I could go busking with that Enya guitar actually. Sorry, I'm pure selling that guitar for some reason. David Wicks, great chat. Thank you so much, mate. When are we going to hear Mandarin? Thank you so much for reminding me how guilty I feel about still not knowing enough / any really. BPC's in the house. How you doing, Budget Pedal chap? Sometimes it's the ones we think are low effort crap that are the ones that blow up. Fingers crossed, Jen. Good point, mate. Actually, yeah, that's happened with the China videos. The 2 top performers, just mental. But sometimes you know when it's going to be a bad one as well. So this one is like my problem is I've dressed it up wrong. It was a live stream tutorial thing, kind of like a unpolished type thing. It's like 720 or something. It's not good quality, and I've tried to kind of tart it up a bit, but it's not too good, and I go on too long in the intro for a tutorial video. For a tutorial video, if you say something in the thumbnail like in fact the thumbnail for mine is something about too many guitarists don't know these theory basics, something like that. So if that's clickable enough, people are going to be super disappointed when they get into the video, because I won't get into the tutorial part for about 2 minutes, which is just like painfully too long. You've got to go, if you've got a statement like that in your thumbnail, you've got to be bang. Too many guitarists don't know this. Boom, 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 this, that, and this. Right, see you later. That's how you got to do it. But I did this video quite a while ago. Anyhow. Budget Pedal Shop has been told that Lame's live streams are absolute gold. True story, mate. Got to check it out. That's another. Cameron, you absolute legend. Thank you so much, mate. These super chats are mental tonight. This is actually turning into quite a lucrative hour that I'm doing here. Mental. Thank you so much, Cameron. You absolute legend. Cheers. Thank you for all the super chats tonight, ladies and gents. Legends. Hugely appreciated. Excuse me. ONCB, being a lefty is absolute rubbish. Yeah, just put like Jimmy upside down. It seems like lefties get a crappy deal. I see the amount of times I've thought about making a video about left-handed guitars. It's a lot. I'm going to have to do it at some point. I know I've got a lot of other channels in here. I think it's a good idea for a video if anybody else thinks of doing it, but it's something I've been toying with doing for a long time as well, giving the lefties some love, because they get a bum deal. And then there's always that argument of just learn to play right-handed. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, I've said it myself. Is that the right thing to do? You'll never know. You technically need an identical twin study to figure out if that's the right way to do it. Where are we at? ONCB, we can get pretty much all guitars as long as they're black or sunburst. Possible chance of a cherry, yeah. And as long as they're a Strat. Sorry, mate. Poo Ninja, the joys of live broadcasting. What did I miss? What did I do? Malachi, nay, a bad gent. Just finished up the edit for tomorrow's video. It's a big chunk of a video. Nice one. Look forward to that. ONCB, your 12-year-old picked up your lefty and just started playing it backwards. Better than I ever will the right way. Awesome, mate. There you go. That'd be fun. Alan Pratt, it's even worse being a lefty when you're in reality you're right-handed. I don't know where to start with this. We've got 2 minutes left. Right. Sorry, I need to read this. I'm too intrigued. It's even worse being a lefty when in reality I'm right-handed. I blame it on air guitar as a youngster. For some reason, that's where it came from. I don't know whether I have to go and start again. I don't know how far you've got with it. That's an interesting conundrum to find yourself in. Sorry. Cameron, nice play. Oh, thank you, Cameron. You must be behind a bit, are you? You watching early on? We're near the end now. Oh dear. Excuse me. Oh, it's funny. Whoops. 16 days and we're on the rundown to Christmas. Oh, don't say that, Hozzer. Is that true? Oh dear. Maybe I'll do a Christmas video. Oh, that would be funny. Right, sorry. Nedamedo, your first guitar was a cheap Chinese Strat copy, no-name brand, Reno Guitar Technology. Nice. They still make ukuleles. If only we had Jet in 2003, and if only I had a teacher. That's it, mate. This is it. Totally spoilt for choice these days. I've did a stream before on your first guitar, so different angle this time, going with your first. What was how old you were when you first started playing? And I find that interesting. Cameron, I think you might be watching back in time, but I might be wrong. And thank you again for the for the super chat, mate. Pay the grift tax, folks. Thank you. Chris Otterwell, you've come to hate YouTube video titles. I know what you mean, mate, but it's kind of got to be done. Ah, it's a bummer. Do it, Steve. We don't talk enough about the lefties. It's true. We do it. Yeah, Cameron, I've never read your chat. I'm sorry, mate. You're back in time. You're an hour ago. Is there any way I can let you know this in the chat? Hold on. Cameron, there we go. At Cameron, hold on. Will this work? You're 1 hour. No, he's not an hour. He's about 50 minutes behind. Hopefully he sees that. Oh, what? You're just kidding. You sneaky. You sneaky. Smash like. Thank you so much. You got me. You got me good there, mate. Sorry. Resington's out. We're all out. It's time to go. Cameron, you be sneaky. Oh, you got me good there. So you did. Right. Let's get out of here. It's time to go. So there'll be a video out tomorrow. I don't know what's going to be. All I know is it's going to be terrible. Wait a minute. I need to read this. Stevie Mac. Lefties are like vegans. They can't wait to tell you. My heat pumps push for them. Oh, nice one, mate. Hendrix did okay though. Sorry. I'm getting too carried away again. Sorry. Nedim, at what age I started playing? I didn't look at the title. I looked at the thumbnail. Played some chords on classical guitar from when you were 18. Started sucking at electric when you were 22. Oh, great stuff. Right, okay, sorry. We'll get out of here. Thanks again, everybody, very much for coming along. It looks like we've got a lot of people in. More than usual, maybe. We're growing this year. Thanks again for the super chats and participating. Check out the Patreon. There'll be a video tomorrow. It'll be terrible. If you can watch it anyway, it'd be appreciated. Or you don't have to. You know what? Don't waste your time. Unless it's the Starcaster video, it'll be better. But if it's the tutorial one that goes up, just leave it. Just let it go and fall and be a 10 out of 10 and absolutely suck. Because that's what it deserves. Alright? Okay. Thanks for watching. Wait a minute. This isn't going to work unless I make this window live. Until next time. See you later. See you later. Excuse me. Right, thanks again, y'all. You've cheered me up. Like I say, I was feeling a bit down about the tubes today, but the guitar community is the best. So you are. Right, let's end the stream. Hopefully see you on the vids tomorrow and various live streams and whatnot. Laters! Ending streams. Cheerio. Bye. Thanks for coming. See you later. Bye.